Okay guys, I just finished filming this a few minutes ago and it was 30 minutes long. So, this is take 2. I am going to try to get all the important points out, but I don't want it to be too long. I'm really excited about this challenge that I'm doing, and so I went into great detail about why I chose each particular thing, and that's probably not important because you probably don't care. So, obviously, if you watched my previous video, I said I was going to wait until the end of the month to come back and tell you about my challenge, but I decided that I might just have so much stuff to say that it's better to split it up into videos, and I felt guilty about making you guys wait all month to hear about what I'm doing. So today is November 11th. So this is day 11 into my challenge, and things are going great. I am just as motivated today as I was on day 1. So let me tell you what my challenge is all about. So I have decided to name my challenge the Bootcamp65. And it's because it is 65 days. And I kind of think of this as kind of like a boot camp. It's my own personal boot camp. So I kind of modeled it after the 75 hard. And you know, when I was trying to figure out something to do to help motivate me, you know, I talked about before, you know, I have some regain, but even more importantly than the regain, it's been a long time since I've done something where I was really proud of myself for doing it. Occasionally, I do like to do challenges for myself. Even before weight loss surgery, I would occasionally do something that is challenging to kind of shake things up and to make myself proud of myself. That might sound silly, but so it's been a long time since I have done something. And so at first I thought I was going to do the 75 hard. But then after I thought about it, my previous video, the other reason why I'm redoing this is because when I looked at it, I had lipstick on my teeth. And so now I'm paranoid that there's going to be lipstick on my teeth again. I decided that I wanted to come up with my own things. So, you know, secretly I thought, well, I don't want to drink a gallon of water and I don't want to do 2 45-minute workouts. But I also just thought that it would be more effective if I come up with things that are specifically going to challenge me. So I'm going to put up the list. This is the list of the things that I've come up with. And I'm going to talk about each one of these. I have it divided up into 3 sections to kind of make me think of when I first wake up in the morning. The middle part is what I'm going to be working on during the day, and then the last part is what I'm going to be doing in the evening after work. Now, one thing that was actually pretty exciting for me as I was trying to think up these things, I also wanted to think of a way to make sure that I wouldn't forget to do everything every day, and also things to help keep me motivated. So I bought all of these different dry erase boards and I put them all over my house. So the one that you just saw, that one is actually in my office across from, directly behind my computer on the wall that I'm facing all day long. I'm staring at that dry erase board, constantly looking at those items, making sure that I'm ticking them off. I'm not all that good with check-off sheets and things, and so I wanted something that I could just see all the time and mentally keep in my mind what it is I need to be doing. I have a second dry erase board in my living room. So in the evenings, I spend a lot of time sitting on my recliner watching TV. So right next to my TV, I have another dry erase board. I'm going to put a little clip in here for you so you can see that. So this is the wall in my living room that is directly across from the recliner that I sit in every night. And these are just all of my rules. And I can stare at them every day as I'm watching TV. There's my TV, and then here are the rules. So this way, like I said, I continually can see what it is I need to do and what do I need to work on. But also, like I said, because I have it divided up into sections, that also easily helps me to remember what I am supposed to do. Now, how is it going? Well, the thing is that the things that I thought was going to be the hardest is actually the absolute easiest. And the thing that I didn't think about at all, I neither thought it was going to be hard or easy, which is the first thing on the list. Getting up at 6 a.m. is the thing that is the absolute hardest for me. That is the hardest one. So normally I automatically wake up around 7 to 7:15. I have a very flexible work schedule. Sometimes I do have to be at work at 6:30. Very rarely I have to be at work at 6. I work from home, so I've worked from home for the past 10 years. But other than these certain times, other times I can start work at any time that I want. But usually I start work around 7:30, 7:45. But over the past year, I have noticed that I have been starting work later and later and later. So I still might wake up at 7:15, but then I lay there in bed and I'm looking at Facebook, I'm looking at Instagram, I'm reading the news. And so sometimes before I know it, it's even 9 o'clock. Like I said, if I don't have a meeting or something, there's nothing keeping me from starting at whatever time I want to start. So sometimes I might not start till 9. And that's not good. First of all, it's not good that I've just wasted all of that time laying in bed. And then the later that I get off work, then the less I want to do in the evening. So it makes my whole day less productive because, then I'm not as productive in the evening time. And so I had decided that on my list, one of the things I was going to tackle was to get back to starting work at what I think is a decent civilized time, which is 7:30. However, I also thought, this is a great time to start working out in the morning again. I wanted to see if it would make me feel energized and motivated throughout the day. And, of course, there are a lot of people that say that you're supposed to exercise in the morning, and then there are studies that say it doesn't matter. And I think in truth, the point is the exercise. It doesn't matter when you do it. But I think there might be some benefits to exercising in the morning and getting your metabolism revved up. So since I know that I have to start work by 7:30, I had to figure out, what time do I have to get up in the morning to make sure that I get everything done before I start work. And that's how I came up with the 6 a.m. start time, not realizing that that is like, an hour to an hour and a half earlier than what I'm used to waking up. I didn't think it would be a big deal, but it has been the biggest deal. And even after 11 days, I cannot get used to it. Even though I'm getting enough sleep, because I also have a bedtime in there, it doesn't feel the same. Because I have to get up so early, or what seems like it's so early, and I know it's a mental thing, that even if I have the same number of hours of sleep, it just doesn't feel like it. And also I think I'm not sleeping as well, which I don't know if it's the carbs or what, but I have not enjoyed the 6 a.m. thing at all. But anyway, let me move on. So I get up at 6 a.m. Next, I do a 10-minute meditation. So I've talked many times before, I think that meditation is very helpful, and yet I keep not doing it. So that is why I have it on my list. Gotta get it done every day. So 10-minute meditation, which I have been doing because I've been doing everything on the list. Next, 30-minute workout on the treadmill. And my goal every day is to increase, to be a little bit faster or go a little bit further each day than I did the previous day. So far I've been doing that. I don't know if I can continue that for 65 days without running, because I don't plan on running. So I don't know if I can continue to improve every single day without running. We'll see. But so far it's been pretty easy to improve. And then every other day I do a strength training workout with my arms. I'll put a little clip in here for you to see that. Then after I do my treadmill workout, then I take my dog for a walk, which I admit over the past few years, I used to walk my dogs regularly, but my other doggie who recently passed away, she had a herniated disc in her back, and then she had congestive heart failure, and just all these things that kept us from being able to go out for a walk. And I wasn't going to take the one dog out without the other dog. So I just decided to be lazy and not go walking at all. So now it's nice that, I'm getting back into the habit of walking every morning, walking outside with my dog. So that's after my treadmill workout. So those are the things that I have to get in before I start work at 7:30 every morning. And it's easy to just, I thought it would be hard, but this is when you don't allow yourself to have any excuses. It's like, I don't have a choice. It's like going to work in the morning. I don't have a choice. I get up out of bed and I just immediately boom, 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 boom. I do all these different things and I don't think about it. And so it has been very easy because, like I said, I don't think about it. It doesn't require willpower. It just requires just doing it. I just do it and I don't think about it. And I do complain mentally from the moment I open my eyes that I had to wake up at 6. That I'm probably going to keep mentioning that because that is the thing that's bothering me the most, is the 6 a.m. thing. And, when I made the list, I didn't even think about my days off, that I was going to have to get up at 6 a.m. on my days off. Now I know, once again, when I say they, I mean researchers or whoever, say that you should wake up the same time every day and you shouldn't get up at a different time on your days off. I don't know. I don't care. I like to sleep in. And so I am not enjoying having to get up at 6 o'clock on my days off. Not at all. No. I don't like that. If I could change one thing on my whole list, that's what I would change. Okay, so then the second part of my list, so we got the morning part. The second part is kind of like what I'm working on throughout the day. So the thing that I thought was going to be the hardest was 2.5 liters of water a day. I know it's not a gallon like the 75 hard, but truthfully, I struggle many days to get my 2 liters of water in. So I truly thought I was giving myself a challenge by making it 2.5 liters. I'm like, okay, let me challenge myself. It hasn't been hard at all. So yeah, it's amazing when you just put your mind to it. I guess I wasn't focused enough before because now it's pretty easy. And actually most days I average 3 liters, and I did actually hit a gallon one day. Actually more than a gallon. One day I had 4 liters. So, wow. And I think it's the working out, it's like I wake up in the morning and I immediately start drinking, and then I get on the treadmill and I'm sweating like crazy, and then I'm drinking, and then I walk the dog and I'm drinking. Whereas before I wasn't doing all of that. So right there in the morning, I quickly get a whole bunch of water in. Whereas before I would try to drink a lot of water in the morning, but it was just so hard for me to make myself do it. So anyway, 2.5 liters of water, and then 30 net carbs, which is much lower than my usual goal, but it's pretty easy when I don't have snacks in there. So that has not been hard at all. 30 net carbs has been pretty easy. And then while I'm working, I have to listen to 1 hour of a self-help type book, or fitness related, or wellness related, or a podcast. Same thing, self-help, fitness, wellness, spiritual. There is a podcast channel that I like, Sounds True, that I've listened to on and off for several years. I really, really enjoy it. So they have interviews with people from all different walks of life, different beliefs, all types of different things. And so I really do enjoy that. But once again, I hadn't been taking the time to listen to it very much. So I have to listen to 1 hour of one of those things every single day. Right now, I am making my way through, what is it called? The seven habits of effective people. That doesn't make sense. Effective people. 7 habits. Highly effective people. I don't remember. Everyone's heard of that book by Stephen Covey. So I'm listening to that book and then also doing the podcasts and things. Okay. During my days off, I've decided that I am going to physically read a book. I have a whole library in my house of self-help type books. And actually, this is one that a lot of people on 75 Hard have read. And it just so happens I had it on my bookshelf. So wherever you go, there you are. So this is what I am working on right now. It really focuses on meditation and mindfulness, which goes along with something else that I'm trying to do with my meditation practice every single day. So, as I said, I didn't realize that I was going to have to be getting up at 6 a.m. on my days off. And I was complaining to a friend about it, and she said that I should do something luxurious for myself on my days off with that little bit of extra time. So I really took that and ran with it. So I bought a special gourmet coffee to drink during those mornings, and then I relax in this room that's behind me that I always do my YouTube videos in. I'm going to put a little clip in so you can see part of the room. The other part is a mess right now, so yeah, you only see part of the room. So this is the beautiful area that I like to sit and read a book. I light a candle, I get my cup of coffee, and I can see out that window, which you can't see very well. And this is the same room that I do my YouTube videos in, so you're already used to this view. And I'm going to flip it around just so you can see this other wall. I call this my fireplace room. So yeah, it's really nice and peaceful. So I get my gourmet cup of coffee, I light a candle, I lay here, I read my book. I sometimes put a face mask on. And then when I am done relaxing and reading the book, I go up and I take my shower. And I even bought a special body scrub to use just on my days off. So this is to help make it not seem so much like a chore that I had to get up early, and I'm starting to really, really enjoy that time in the mornings on my days off. So that's the morning routine. And then we have our, like I said, my kind of what I'm working on throughout the day, the water, the carbs. Then in the evening, after I get off work, 30 minutes of house cleaning a day. Now, the reason I put that in there was to ensure that I'm up and off of the couch in the evening, that I'm doing something. Also, I have this terrible habit of being pretty messy on my days that I work, because I used to work really long hours. My schedule has changed now, but I used to work really long hours. So I was in the habit of messing up my house during the days that I work. And then I have to spend half the day on my days off cleaning. So I'm trying to get myself into the habit of cleaning a little bit every single day. So that's the other reason why I put that there. 30 minutes of cleaning every single day. And I have been enjoying that. I have actually been enjoying having a clean house, except for, I haven't gotten to this room yet, so that's why you only see part of the room. Also in the evening, I am journaling. So I have to write in my journal and then log all the food that I am eating I do it a little bit throughout the day, but then I finish up the log at night. And yeah, there is my list. Also, no alcohol. So that one is kind of hard for me. I had thought at first that I was going to allow myself to have alcohol on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's because, you know, I am going to be going through all three of those holidays during this 65 days. But you know, after I listened to, what's his name, Andy Frusciella, after I listened to the 75 Hard podcast, I just decided, you know what, the purpose of the 75 Hard is to build mental toughness, to not allow yourself any excuses, and to prove to yourself that you can do hard things. This isn't the 75 Hard, but like I said, it is my own version of it. And I wanted to make sure that I was also building mental toughness. So yeah, no alcohol, no excuses. I'm just going to do this stuff every single day. And it's working. Like I think I said in this video, or was it the previous one, I'm still very motivated every single day. Oh, and then the last thing is my bedtime. That's right. Bed by 10 p.m. no matter what. Once again, I wasn't thinking that, yeah, when I have a day off the next day, I used to look forward to staying up late because I knew I could sleep in. But now, no matter what, I have to be in bed by 10 p.m. Now, I actually have another list of things. These are things that I don't have to do every day, but they're supplemental things to help me make my main list go smoothly. So like, for example, one of my rules on this other list is to head upstairs by 9 p.m. So if I make sure that I turn off my TV down here, I head upstairs, I start getting ready for bed. That way I can ensure that I'm in bed by 10. And I have a whole bunch of other things, but I will talk about those things in a different video because what's most important is my main list of things. Also, to help keep me motivated, I have written on every mirror in my house, I have motivational things written on my mirrors. So I'm going to show you a picture of one of my mirrors. And then also my refrigerator. I bought a little mini erase board that I have on my refrigerator so that I can see that all the time. And then of course, especially every time I open my refrigerator. And all of these things have been keeping me. So this is my refrigerator that I see every time I come into the kitchen. I love all these sayings and I always stop to read them. Or at least I read the last one. But what if I keep going? Me very motivated. I keep the goals in mind every single day. I don't have to check them off or anything like that. And yeah, I mean, it's working. It's having its desired purpose. The scale is going down slower than I thought that it should because I was thinking this is pretty strict, but whatever. You can see that there's no goal weight or anything. So the goal is to do the challenge every day. And then I'm just hoping as a byproduct that I also will lose weight. But really, I just wanted to do something to challenge myself. I wanted to do something to motivate myself. And you know what? It is working so far. So thank you for watching, and I will do a update video at the end of the month. Bye.